He's picked up the pace.
A little bit. We got to play around here, brother. We got to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe a reactionary bite is the way to go. I don't know.
That might be it.
I'm not a Samoyedologist.
No, me neither.
I don't even know if there is such thing as a Samoyedologist, but I like the word. Just like aspergillus. Life is good! It's down everywhere. What's that? Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Well, as promised, Mark and I are back to one of our favorite, I call them inland lakes. I guess that's not a real accurate statement, but that's what I call them, one of our favorite inland lakes. Here it borders the Algonquin Provincial Park, but because half of it is on Crown land, you can fish it. Healthy stock of splake in here. Those of you that do watch the channel probably remember from last year, almost a year ago to the date, October 18th of 2024, Mark and I came in and we had a real good day. Walked out with 10 splake? It's a 5, yeah, 10 splake. It's a beautiful warm day. I think it was like 15 or 16 degrees that day. A little chillier today, but we don't mind a bit of cold. We got the gear. So we're gonna give it another go here, a year later. We'll call it Little Lake, the Return. Hang in there for about 20 or 30 minutes, everybody. Hopefully we're gonna have another good day. Cheers. He does not. We've been at it about 30 minutes now, not so much as a strike. I'm marking a couple on the live. Speaking of which, I don't know, for those of you that are interested, I was sitting in my garage last night and I was thinking about how I was going to move this system over to my fishing gear. Came up with some ideas, and as I was sitting there thinking, I thought to myself, you know what? I could probably rig this up in a couple seconds and bring it out on the lake tomorrow and check it out, because I've been very interested to see how this works on works in deep water, or sorry, rather how it works in clear water. So pretty happy with it so far. But basically all I did is because I have my my independent transducer on the rail system on the G3, I just unscrewed it, and then I threw a couple more drilled a couple more holes there and just drove a couple deck screws down, and that's good and secure. And then obviously just moved over the stand, or the brace for the Lowrance out of my boat, which is only 4 screws again, and moved it over here onto this board that I usually use for electronics and drinks and pliers and etc. So it's given me the idea how to move this over to my fishing gear, which you guys will see in a couple months. But for now, this seems to be working out really good. It's not helping us catch those blobs we're seeing, but sure is fun to play with anyway. We've been at her for an hour. Couple bumps here and there, we think. Starting to drizzle. Sun has not come out as hard as it and bright as it was supposed to. It's turning into be one of those days. Embracing the suck and not catching anything. But it is early. We've only been at it for an hour. Hopefully that sun will come out and heat up some of the shallow water enough that we'll get into some fish. We'll see. Hang in there. So yeah, I can see the lure just below the 30 mark as I move it up and down here. There's my lure. The beauty is, if you look over to the left, you can see my lure there. You look over to the left, there's the depth reading. So you can see right now my lure is running about 9 feet. So this is kind of a real handy thing, because a lot of times we don't know how deep our lures are running exactly. We can guess based on the weight of the lure and the speed we're traveling, etc. But in this case here, you can see my lure right in the middle of the screen there. It's running about 8 feet in depth right now, which is really, really handy to know.
Because it's a fucking cloudy day, I probably should be throwing something silver, not fucking gold.
Mm-hmm. Or black, maybe.
Black.
You know what they say?
Yeah, don't say dead color.
I'm getting ready for a strike.
Good.
There's a fucking coiled snake here.
He's picked up the pace.
A little bit. We gotta play around here, brother. We gotta figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Maybe a reactionary bite is the way to go. I don't know.
That might be it.
I'm not a Samoyedologist.
No, me neither.
I don't even know if there is such thing as a Samoyedologist, but I like the word. Just like aspergillus. You didn't know what that fucking thing meant either, did you?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Well, my dad had her. Had to get half of his lung removed.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, it's a fungus that harbors itself in older buildings like that, like over time in moisture and dirt and particularly mouse shit, I think, is the final ingredient you need in it.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad, you know, back in the day in the mid 80s, early 90s, that's when he was doing all the major renos on the resort there.
Right.
You know how they were back then. He'd drink, you know, 6 beer, no mask, smoke hanging out of his mouth, and just rip shit down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a couple of years later, he started spitting up blood, and he thought, well, maybe it's the cancer, because he was a heavy smoker his whole life.
Yeah.
Well, luckily it wasn't the cancer, but unluckily it was aspergillus.
Yeah.
And aspergilloma, I think, is the actual name. And it had this thing had basically like a spider web, is how the doctor described it, had taken over I think it was the lower lobe on his left side.
Holy shit.
So I remember going to visit him. He had to go to Winnipeg to get it done because Thunder Bay didn't have the team to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I remember going to visit him. The scar on his back, size on his back was about 18 inches around underneath his shoulder blade.
Holy.
And they went in and they pulled it and they cut it out. And he lived 25 years after that, so it was a good call. But yeah, that shit. That's why you should wear masks when you're working on all those old buildings. Good call. Oh, that's a beauty. Tough conditions today, man. We're gonna fish for about another hour and then we're gonna call it. Yep. We got no choice, man. We got no choice.
See a fish there?
Mm-hmm.
How far down is it?
15 feet.
Wow. On, folks.
I don't know. think I'm gonna switch to a minnow live bait.
Yeah.
I don't know. Gotta try something, brother.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Been trolling about for about 2.5 hours now to no avail. Nothing. Maybe a couple bumps here and there. Could not be confirmed. But at any rate, we went into one of our old ice fishing spots here. When we were coming over top, I noticed a couple fish right on the bottom on the live. The Eagle Eye 9 live. So we're gonna jig here for a little bit, and if not, we'll carry on with the troll. Tough conditions, man. Tough. I don't think I've been in here maybe one other time and not caught a splake. Maybe. It just doesn't happen very often. You usually get at least one or two, but we'll see. We got a couple hours left here. We'll see how she goes. Hang in there. Well, we trolled around, casted for 5 hours. Honestly, Mark's been fishing this lake for 20 years, one of the worst he's ever had. And like I said earlier, I've been fishing it for 5 years now, and I think this is only the second time I've been skunked, but it happens, man. That's the way she goes. It's called fishing, not catching. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with Mark and I. Got a lot more fun stuff coming up here. We got some bird hunting coming up. Probably back on the Ottawa River for some late fall bass.
We know probably about it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. And so yeah, hang in there, everybody. Got a couple other things coming up here before the hard ice season begins. Anyway, we'll see you next time on NTS Adventures. Colin out. Life is good.